how I took taking action for years in a totally wrong light. So, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I started working with a manifestation coach. So, at the time of shooting this video, I'm actually now 2 weeks in with the manifestation coach. And one thing that really strikes me is that manifestation is actually not that much woo-woo as some people think it is. You know, like you sit down, you close your eyes, and you think yourself rich is actually not what manifestation really is about. That really struck me. And many of you that will see this will say, yeah, of course, tell me something new. I knew that. And that is when it comes to taking action. Okay? I misunderstood taking action. And the other side of misunderstanding taking action was that I took action in the wrong way. Let me explain, okay? So first of all, one thing that really struck me when working with this coach is that we don't create our own ideas. You know, we get ideas just delivered. It's like an antenna. We have an antenna for ideas. And every idea that has ever been invented or will ever be invented is technically speaking already existing because, you know, there's an infinite amount of alternative realities that exists already. The multiverse is mathematically proven. There is, in the fourth dimension, there are an unlimited amount of versions of today's three-dimensional reality. Okay, we're not going to go into there. We're going to take into taking action. So what is the things how I took action wrong? Okay, I did not take action on inspiration. I mistrusted inspiration as just another idea. Okay, but the funny thing is that many of the ideas I never took action on are still coming to me, sometimes even years later. So one of the key things that I learned now in manifestation is that we should take action on those ideas. You know, that's inspired action. I think that we can call it like that, like inspired action. Whereas I found myself often stuck in uninspired action, okay? I do this because I believe I should be doing this in order to, whatever, fill in the blanks, right? Grow my business, be more happy, be more successful, be healthier, have a better relationship, fill in the blanks, right? That's uninspired action. And so I was blurred. My vision was blurred. I took any action that felt too spontaneous as like, yeah, I'm not going to do that, you know, like I'm just distracting myself. I'm just pulling myself away from what matters most. Very mental, right? And so I didn't take action on many of the ideas that, you know, continue to come to me. And one of these things is this YouTube channel. I still don't know what the YouTube channel will be about. Well, today it's just about me, right? It's about me sharing my stories. So it's more or less like a vlog, actually, a video log. And that's okay. But this idea of going on YouTube and express my thoughts and ideas and energy here, it has been for the past 5 years. But I was mistaking it for just another shiny object. It wasn't a shiny object. It was the infinite intelligence. It was my soul telling me that this is something to take action on. So if you ask me what is the key learning you have so far in working with a manifestation coach, is that I have a totally different view on taking action, execution, right? I do not believe in this hustle culture at all. Like, it's freedom over hustle for me all the time, because hustle for me feels like a prison. Because hustle is like, to me, and you know, if you're back to differ, let me know. Hustle for me is like, I'm just gonna take action on everything, whether it's inspired or uninspired action, or it's you know, it comes from mental decision or an emotional decision. Let's just execute on everything, because if we push over all of the dominoes, one is gonna fall and push over a bigger, you know. instead of looking at which of the dominoes can I actually push over, which will create the domino effect I'm looking for, right? So I still believe that the amount of energy you're wasting by thinking you have to push over all of the dominoes, which for me is a very overwhelming, for some out there not, right? Some out there are really comfortable in working 16-hour days, 7 days per week, because they get satisfaction from just throwing over as many dominoes as possible. They feel accomplished that way. I feel more accomplished when I know that the dominoes I pushed over are actually the dominoes that move the needle. Okay, so I get more satisfaction from pushing less dominoes over, but taking time and sharpening my mind and seeing which dominoes are the ones. And I believe I am being equipped right now with a new tool there. And that is to differentiate between inspired and uninspired action. This is actually the term that I put right now on it. Because the idea that the fact that the ideas come to us and we don't create our own ideas gives me a sense of relief. Because it means that the 500 ideas that I have per day are being sent to me and is not created by me. It kind of feels relieving in a way. Because I was like, why can I never stop my mind? But it was actually not my mind. Okay? And some of the ideas were an instant no for me. Like, no, of course I'm not gonna do that. Like in one of my videos, I speak about heart decision, right? So my heart would say like, absolutely no way I'm gonna go there, Never. I will never sell, I don't know, penis pills or something, It's just a hard no for me. But the idea has come to me like, maybe there's money to be made because I hear other people doing it. No, not at all. So inspired and uninspired action, right? That differentiator makes it so much less overwhelming for me because it means that I can just cherry pick the ideas that give me a full-hearted yes and take inspired action. And so today, when I'm shooting this video, I'm actually not supposed to shoot this video today. Let me explain why. I'm actually 3 days into quite a severe belly bug, and I don't feel at all really good. Yeah, you might not see that, but I was for most of the time in bed until this video. This morning, I was a little bit more active than the previous days, but it was not a nice experience. And normally I would just say, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to stay in bed. But I got inspired to take action. And that's how we access free energy. What I will, in another video, talk about free energy. Because this is another mind-blowing thing I discovered in my journey of my personal transformation. Which is by no means, I'm saying that to hierarchically put myself above others, because the only person I put myself above was the person I was yesterday, okay? With still a lot of humbleness and also respect and acceptance to the person I was yesterday. But yeah, I'm rambling, I know, but I'm coming back to the point, which is inspired and uninspired action. So today, it's now, in my time zone, it's like, 2:15, yeah? I started working at 1 today. So it's 1 hour, 15 minutes I'm working right now. And it's insane what I have done. I scheduled YouTube content for the next 2 weeks. I created drafts for content on LinkedIn around launching a school community. I launched the school community today. I sent out an email newsletter to 100-something people that are in my close network connected to the business that I do. I announced them that I launched the community. And now I have 45 minutes left for the day until I have to pick up my son. And in 45 minutes, I was like, I can shoot another 3-4 YouTube videos and extend the content for YouTube another few weeks. So by the time this time is over, I'm 2 hours into my work day, because this morning I was still crappy. And I literally did more I did more than weeks combined previously, literally. Why? Because I did only the things that really move needle. This is needle moving stuff that I did, yeah? And that is because I had inspired action. And that's thanks to my coach. And he told me, like, if you have this inspiration and it's like a yes, take action on it right away. Take action on it because you're being gifted, you're being blessed with this idea and therefore the energy. Well, I didn't mention per se the energy part, but that's something I discovered, and I will speak about it in the next video, which is the notion of free energy. Now, the point of this video is, if you're a person that can become quite overwhelmed by all the amounts of tasks you think you need to do, because it comes all out of all of the ideas that you think you have generated, then one, you didn't generate the ideas came to you. And two, your heart knows which ones are the ones that will move the needle, where you feel inspired, and which ones not. So you take action on the ones that inspire you. And just take just one first next step on all the things you have on your to-do list. And for me, this has, well, not just today, in the past weeks, shown tremendous difference. Also for one of my clients that I work with right now, he said, I feel like this week and this week was 2 days because I work there right now part-time in this project. He said, in this week, I feel like we have accomplished much more than I did in the whole half year combined. And he was serious about it. Like, how do you do that, Leon? And I said, well, I didn't say manifestation, but it was actually manifestation. And that's because manifestation is not just here. It's not just in the heart. It's not just in the mind. It's also on the physical, taking action. But most of us, I believe, are stuck in taking action on the wrong things. And when we take action on the wrong things, we have to work a ton more hours to actually come to the point where we take action on the right things as well. You know, if 20% of the items you take action on is the items that matter, but you don't go and look out for the 20% of those items, you have to execute on 100% of them so that you feel like, oh, I executed also on the one that moved the needle. But which one did actually move the needle, right? That's for you to figure out. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.